Welcome to our Introduction to Library Databases for Faculty. This video is designed to help you get acquainted with what's available and show you how to make the most of our databases for your classes. We'll cover finding teaching materials, navigating copyright, and best practices for integrating database resources into your Canvas courses. So grab a cup of coffee and let's dive in. There are many resource providers in the education sector, so you may not be familiar with the specific providers we work with. Their platforms and interfaces are developed for differing education levels and audiences, and a myriad of disciplinary areas and media types, so they can be confusing to navigate. Some content is provided to us by the state through NC Live, but most other content is licensed through the library directly. We also provide links to open access materials. Open access refers to materials in the public domain, items that have their rights cleared, or items whose rights are held by the content provider, but they've been placed freely online for use, for example, under Creative Commons licensing. Because most of our resources are behind a paywall, you'll need to authenticate as part of the UNCSA community. Our campus is assigned an IP address range, and we provide those numbers to the vendors. If you're on campus, you'll automatically have access since your computer uses those IP addresses. If you're off campus and using a VPN, it should act as if you were on campus. However, if you or your students are off campus without a VPN, you'll need to use a URL with a proxy prefix to authenticate. If you access our resources through the library website, the proxy will already be embedded in the links. It's tempting to Google JSTOR or another database, but because those links won't include our proxy prefix, you may not be able to log in. When making materials accessible to students in Canvas, for copyright reasons, it's better to provide a link directly to the resource rather than uploading a PDF. Make sure that anything that you link to in Canvas contains this proxy prefix in the URL, so that students off campus can also access the resource. If you have access issues, please let the library IT know, because if you're having issues, other people might be having issues too. So how do you find what you're looking for? Start at the library homepage and go to the A to Z list. It's a listing of all of our databases. On the right, you'll find frequently used databases like Credo Reference, JSTOR, Canopy, and the New York Times. You might not be familiar with Credo Reference. Credo searches hundreds of reference sources at once. It's like an academic version of Wikipedia. It's very visual, and it's a great place for students to get background information about a topic. Below the featured databases are new or trial databases that are newly acquired or being evaluated for future subscription. At the top of the page are drop-down menus that organize databases by subject, format, or vendor. Let's explore the subject drop-down and click on Filmmaking. On the right, you'll see contact information for the Library Liaison for Film, as well as research guides we've created about film. Best bets, resources that are especially pertinent to the subject, are listed first, and then all the rest are listed alphabetically. If you want to narrow your search by a specific format like streaming content, choose it from the drop-down menu. To share a resource with your students, click the connection icon to the right of the title. This will give you the permalink with the proxy, so that your students shouldn't have any problems accessing the resource. Just copy and paste into your Canvas course. To reset the A to Z list, go back to the top and change the drop-downs to all databases, all types, and all vendors. Since we can't examine every database, let's look at two very different resources, JSTOR and Academic Video Online. JSTOR is a digital library of academic journals and books, images, and primary sources. Many images are from ArtStore, an art image database that was recently absorbed into JSTOR. If you have a simple search like a name, you can use the search box, but if it's complicated, you might want to use advanced search because it gives you more options. Let's say you're a student looking for information on the history of puppetry, plus images of puppet design. You could use the word puppetry or puppets, but you can search both by combining them using Boolean operators. You can also limit by field or item type, language, or publication date. I want to see all the results, so I'll hit the search button. You can refine your search using the menu on the left. Let's click on an article. It opens into the PDF, and on the left, under Item Details, you can get a stable URL that will take you directly to the article. On the right above the article, the Cite button will provide citation information in 3 major formats. Many of our databases will provide citations, so be sure to look for that option. There's a Share button, a Download button, and a Save button, which saves items to the workspace, where you can access them at any time. If you already have a JSTOR account, you can use it to log into your workspace. If you don't, you can use the Register for Free button to create an account with your UNCSA Outlook mail. Now that we've found articles, let's look for images. Go to the search bar and click on the Images tab. Let's click one. On the side, you'll see information about the image. You can zoom in and out, or you can compare it with other images that you found. If you save images into your workspace, once inside your folder, you can present those images in the folder as a slideshow. You can also choose images to export to PowerPoint, make a referenceless PDF, or download them as a zip file. Academic Video Online is a streaming service of videos curated for educational use. The Channels tab shows providers like CNN or PBS. Collections shows subcollections like dance or theater, and Learning Tools and For Educators provide tools for use in your classes like the ability to create clips or interactive media. Let's look for videos on puppetry. This one looks promising. Click on See Full Details for more about the video. There's a citation button, a share button that gives you a permalink, or an embed code for your Canvas pages. Note that the proxy prefix already is in the URL. Once inside, you can view the transcript or search it, see clips, and add interactive tools to the video like discussion prompts, multiple choice quizzes, reflective pauses, and polling. These are just 2 of the hundreds of educational resources you have at your fingertips, and we invite you to explore them. If you have any questions, visit the library or go to Contact Us, where you can call, text, or email us.